Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our coaches this week. And exciting week for our men's soccer team. And joining us is their coach, David Korn. And 5-0 over Bellarmine, one of the biggest margins of victory shutout-wise in our school history. Beat Southern 2-0, 4-0, and then find out we're 19th in the country. A lot of exciting times around the men's soccer team, isn't there, man?
Yeah, definitely exciting. I mean, proud of the guys. I'm glad to see the improvement of their performance. I'm glad to see them reward themselves with some of their attacking play throughout the week, and most excited to see us keep 2 clean sheets.
You know, the big thing is just the Bellarmine game. We talked a little bit about it last week, was just that timing. Boy, I tell you what, the timing was there on Friday. Some great goals. You know, Jorgen with a pair. The younger guys getting in the mix a little bit. It was great to see Ricardo get his first goal. But and Diego this weekend getting a goal as well. But it just seems like offensively, the timing is right there right now.
It is, and obviously we have to continue to work to improve that. And we know that each game is going to present a different challenge. But on Friday, I thought the guys were extremely unselfish with the ball. I thought our combination play was very good. I thought the mentality to play quickly at the right times was good, and I think we got much better delivery than we had in some of our early games, and a composure to finish, which I think is maybe a strength of the team right now. We have several guys that can score, so I think that's going to be something that we have to continue to lean on and continue to refine as the season goes on.
You know, the combinations up front, and honestly, David, over the first 4 games, it doesn't matter who you've been putting up there and where you've been putting them up there. The combinations have just been working fantastic, and it's been a great mix of the younger guys and the veterans.
It has been. I mean, I think attacking play a lot of times comes down to individual creativity, collectively the group being able to function. And I think, to be honest, that's something that we want to continue to stress in training. We do a lot of functional work, so specific to our attacking movement and in that final third of the field. I think Coach Derek Zuniga does a great job every week of kind of challenging our guys in those areas. And I give a lot of credit to our guys. They've continued to spend extra time before trainings, after trainings, and we're going to have to do that to continue to have that be something that we're successful at throughout the course of the year.
You know, we talk a lot about the offensive output, but you look at defensively right now. Christian is having clean sheet, 3 of them. He's got 15 career saves right now. I believe, in looking at the NCAA stats, he's in the top 10 right now in save percentage in the country. But it just hasn't been him back there. It's been the other guys. And our Saint of the Week, Billy Steinmack, really leading the way on that back line.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been one of the most refreshing things about the start of the season and the progress the guys have made from last fall through the spring into now. Is there's been a continued growth in our defending as a team. And a big part of that is, a lot falls on Christian. He made 2 fantastic saves for us against Southern Indy, and I think he's challenged constantly by CJ and Michael in training. We have a very good goalkeeping core, and Coach Woodward does a really good job of preparing and challenging them. But you're right, I think Billy's leadership for us. Andrew Russell is a senior who, earlier in his career wasn't a center back, but has continued to adapt there. And us having 3-4 guys in that position that can play. And then I think the left back position, Gavino has continued to do well. Diego, Dominic have both stepped in there. So we have a good core of defenders, and that has to be something that we continue to, I think, put emphasis on and trust in as we go forward.
And people, those guys get no notoriety at all. And I mean, they don't get the stats. They don't get the notoriety. But it's one of the biggest parts of the game of soccer is if you can keep the ball in front and not let it get past to the keeper, Christian will be fine all night long if he only has 1 or 2 saves when he's got a great front in front of him.
Definitely. I mean, and I give a big credit to Christian of, I think he's certainly not selfish. He's happy to have a good defensive performance as a team and have some of those situations not even reach him. So a lot of it comes down to organization. And you're right, a lot of it is the fact that those guys aren't going to show up in assists and goals every week. Now, Billy and Gavino, some of their nature going forward, they will, but that's something big that we stress. We track how many shots we give up, how many shots on goal we give up a game, blocked shots for us, interceptions and tackles. Those things are going to help us over the course of 90 minutes. They're going to help us over the course of a season, and those guys' performances are going to be something we look back on both from game to game and throughout the course of the year.
19th in the country, first time we've been ranked since 1980. And people will say, okay, it's just the United Soccer Coaches poll. That's probably the biggest poll when it comes to measuring stick on soccer in the collegiate side of things.
It is. I mean, obviously, there's from an NCAA ranking standpoint, that's one that they lean on, especially at the Division II level. As we get closer to the NCAA tournament, where we stack up in the region and nationally, those things are going to help us as in addition to several other metrics. Obviously, our goals as it relates to winning the conference and to winning a national championship don't come down to simply where we are in the polls, but at the same point, I'm proud of the guys to get a little bit of recognition, and I think it also shows off our university and the investment that we continue to make from the president to our athletic director in athletics, and we feel fortunate to be a soccer player here. It's a really special place.
Parkside and Lewis this week, obviously, first long road trip for you guys. What have you guys seen on film when it comes to Parkside Lewis? Obviously, two programs that have been very good historically.
Yeah, I mean, not easy places to play. This is a challenging trip, I think, because of the distance. Obviously 6 hours isn't astronomical, but that is probably the biggest distance we have in our conference. So for us, we're going to play an opponent on Friday that's going to play on grass, which presents a little differences than our home field of turf. Thankfully, we have a grass field to prepare on as well. But both opponents did really well and played two strong teams, Rockhurst, Drury, and played those games really close. So we know they're going to be challenging opponents. We know that they are going to each present a different challenge. I think Parkside will be a very good defensive team and difficult to break down. So Lewis has several weapons scoring-wise and some good attacking players. And for us, another great opportunity to continue to see how we progress.
Awesome stuff, David. Good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Jim. Go Saints.
David Korn joins us as he does every week. You'll be able to follow all the action on Friday from Parkside. Best place to follow is going to be on our Twitter feed at Maryville Saints. And then on Sunday, Lewis will have a video stream and live stats of the game starting at 2:30 for the men's game up in Romeoville. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week. And as always, go Saints.
Go Saints.